Hi, welcome to episode 3 of the video log. We are at the Fairy Bower, the famous Sydney Fairy Bower rock pool in Manly Beach. And we've been doing this for a few years now, and we get asked all the time by locals, by visitors, what's going on, what you're doing. And today we're going to talk you through it. One of the first things, get onto the walkway, get parked up, secure the vehicle, create yourself a safe working zone by calling off the vehicle and obviously closing the pool down and evacuating the pool. Okay, first thing people tend to ask is, how do you empty the pool? Pretty simple. Gravity. It's a gravity pool, simple on and off valve or open and shut valve, which I'll show you now. So this machine is the Honda WT30X trash pump, Honda GX 270. Pretty damn good, heavy, big pump out, like a big volume, high volume pump. You can see how wide the suction hose is. So good bit of kit. Although I was slagging this particular machine off last week because it shut itself and caused me fucking problems. But anyway, they've told me it's back, they've told me it's fixed, and it should be operating sweetly. So we'll find out in about an hour when I come to turn it on and try and use it. But hopefully it's firing, because after last week's sort of balls up, I want to get the second half of this pool really sorted out and back to looking the business. I wasn't that impressed with last week's efforts, but you get machinery breakdowns or something, you know. In that case, the housing was cracked on the inlet housing, which was letting air into the chamber, so it wouldn't sort of prime, it wouldn't seal, wouldn't suck. Not an awful lot you can do about that. Yeah, the machines go through quite a bit, so just one of those things. But trying to make amends for it this week. As you can see, you can't see really because it all looks pretty shit after a hot week, but that second half needs a damn good going over, and that's what we're going to try and do. As you can see down here, that's where all the water flows out of, down that hole down the bottom there. So at low tide, everything flushes through that in. If you stir up a bit of silt, you might see how forceful it is, because this pool will drain fully in 1 hour or less. And you get quite a lot of suction through that. So that's why we have to keep the pool empty, and we ask everybody to get out of the pool first. Because you do not want to get kids or young people or anybody really getting close to that while it's open. See, the fish is actually struggling to stay in the pool. Oh, they're out. Some of them are gone. Very forceful. So hence why we kind of bug people to get out of the water, and we won't do a thing until everybody's out of the pool. You know, basic safety stuff. So the water flies through there. Then we're going to use this trash pump to take care of the last bits of dregs. Still need to prime that, so we'll prime that up in a bit, and we'll get that going a bit later when we start, when we need it. So over this way, you can see some of the seaweed in the pool, but other than that, it's looking a bit, water's looking quite clear. But yeah, last week wasn't a great clean. We had some machine issues last week, which well, last week didn't go brilliantly. So this week we'll have to give the second half of the pool a damn good clean.
Have you ever put your feet in one of those?
See down there, you're getting little spots of green turn up, seagrass. So as the water temperature, and look at today, beautiful, warm, awesome. Sea temperature's rising. as the summer kicks in, and as the water warms up, the algae blooms. And if you're not, obviously, you don't cover every inch of the pool, you're gonna struggle to keep on top of it. And we've had hell of a high tides this week, from 1.8 to 0.2s. So 0.2 is about as low as you're ever going to get, and 1.8 is pretty much as high as it's going to go as well. So this is the point where we ask people to move out from. We don't want anybody hanging around. There's a couple of people down there, that's fine, because we won't go that far. And into the pool itself. This pump, or this hole that people sometimes see, and you can sometimes see water flying out of that. Usually when the pool is full, which as you can see the water mark is not going to get above there much, but people can see water coming out of that. And that is fed from that building over there, which has got a sort of seat pump inside. When the water gets to a certain height and it's on a timer, that'll pump out water for 3 hours after low tide, and 3 hours before high tide. So it just keeps a fresh supply of seawater coming in, just to keep the movement of the water going, and any excess will go through the bleachers down the back there. So if people wonder about that, that's the hole where water comes in, and down in that corner, which we've already spoken about, is where the bugger goes out. We're almost set up now, so going to be starting pretty soon. It's about now at this stage where we close the valve off, close her up nice and tight, because the water is kind of equalised from inside the pool to the outside tide. So we lock her off. Pretty sure this thing's going to start okay. I just hope to hell it starts gaining suction and fires the crap out. Some old school shoveling going on. Quite a bit of sand in the bottom of the pool, in the bottom corner, so we shovel that out. We don't want it going through the trash pump. Vital part of the operation here, cleaning down the sun deck after we've messed it all up. For all the beach goers, the sun lovers who love to lay out in the sun and have a dip at the same time. Prime spot for any day out at the Fairy Bower.
Ian Campbell and his son, did all this to make this lovely rock pool nice and clean, just for you guys. Of course, we were paid. It looks much better, doesn't it? Ian did all the pressure washing, and I did all the sweeping and raking.
really hard. Does your dad like what he does?
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Good for you. I like that you come with your dad.
We're staying at a hotel.
You are, eh? That's awesome. Well, you take care of your daddy and you take care of you, okay?
Tomorrow, I think we're going to be going all the way over there
You are, eh?
to the rock pool over on that side.
You are, eh? That's very cool. Well, give me 5, buddy.
So after the little fella had finished chit-chatting to the locals, the water tank on the truck ran out.
Hey Dad, squirt at me. Squirt at me. Wait, do a blast.
Look at the blast, mate. We're out of water.
Well,
Say hello to your cameraman for today.
hello.
Alright, so we're pretty much done, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Time for dinner and...
And maybe go get a bit of Macca's.
no. Alright, so we're finished. So we've finished the pool. We're going to have a quick walk around that in a second. And this is something that they've asked us to do at the end of each pool. Cleaners, they installed these a few years ago. Spent a bit of money on them and whatnot. But the stepping stones down onto the beach or down on gets quite green and slippy. So they've asked us, can we just come across and just give the stepping stones down?
That's what we did.
That's what we just did. That's what you've just seen. It's difficult to know where to stop because you could bloody go forever, you know. But you've got to draw a line somewhere. So you just do the immediate area, right? We're not going to be doing it all the way to bloody Coleroy, are we? Right, come on. Alright,
I'm holding. The cameraman must hold it.
alright, so let's try and... So that's the pool all done. So just right. So we sealed off the area, created this work zone. We emptied the pool, drained the pool out, pressure washed the walls, the floor, the walkway, and the rear deck out there. And then what you did miss that we didn't get on video is a little drop of Aqua Safe algicide. So it's a light coating on the walls and on the ground that just keeps the algae blooms, the growth at bay. As the water temperature rises, as we spoke about earlier, just a nice coating just keeps that at bay. And obviously you can see a little bit, it's kind of, obviously algicide will do its thing and it will freshen and brighten things up. Yeah, but it's sort of mad stuff that men and women make in white coats that has been approved for use around ocean and waterways, sort of that kind of environment. Costs an absolute fortune, so it's applied to us by the council to use for these specific rock pools. So they've given it the green light, so we use it. Because I ain't paying for it, because it costs a bloody fortune. So there we go, you can see the hole, basically just trying to, you know, there's a few little weeping pores in here that will fill that up. See one there, but basically the pool fills up on the high tide. Today's a great high tide. Later on this evening we've got a 1.8 coming in, which is one of the biggest tides you get up in this end of the northern beaches. So all that's, it's just basically going to flush right over that. There's no buttons, there's no valves, there's no pumps, although that will come on three hours after low tide. But mainly it gets refreshed just by the natural tides filling up from there, and it fills up pretty it'll fill up pretty quick. Empties pretty quick, it'll fill up pretty quick.
Hello.
Yeah. So Fairy Bower, this is the smallest rock pool on the northern beaches, and memories, if I'm correct, is about 18 of them. Could be wrong on that. And this is the most southern rock pool. So all the way, you got Queensy over there, Freshie over this side. The next one you probably got is South Curly, North Curly, DY, all the way up to Palm Beach, where Home and Away is filmed. So this is the smallest one, and the others, as you know, if you live around there, are quite big. But a little bit tricky, this one, on occasion, and on other occasions it's an absolute joy just to come in, drop it, hit it, lock it up and get out. Great spot, very popular with everybody. What time is it now? Near 7 o'clock. And this
And I found a water gun. You're dead.
this pathway to Shelley Beach, you know, you're going to get runners, joggers here all day long, all night. Ridiculous, to ridiculous hours, you know. It's a
I'm going down there.
high traffic area, very popular place. And that's the clean from the beginning to the end. I hope it kind of made sense. And that is it for this week. Time to go and get wet, get dry. Time to get dry and get some food. So that's it for this week. Episode 3, Fairy Bower Rock Pool clean. See you next time. Please like, share, follow to any other boarding gits that might like it. See yous now.